Fortunately, when we read in most English Bibles, the framework seems straightforward enough. Am I really saying that reading it in English isn't good enough? Yep. I don't understand the thought process behind this. The English is good enough that we don't need to spend any time in the Hebrew or in the Greek, when fundamentally, just on a surface level, this argument doesn't make any sense, because we see our own language changing right in front of us all the time. Language shifts, meaning shifts, and if we don't understand it in its original context, we're going to be putting our own cultural interpretations and bias on something when that's never what the intentional design was. Hebrew is fundamentally different from English and even from Greek. And while a lot of what we have studied comes from the New Testament, which was written in Greek, oftentimes people forget, even though it was written in Greek, it was written by Hebrews. And the way that the Hebrew language functions is different. The way that they think is different. You can take the same piece of music and play it on a violin and play it on a piano, and it will never sound the same because they are fundamentally different instruments. When we dig into the Hebrew and into the Greek, our modern understanding of the biblical picture of women, the foundation cracks. So how did we get so far from what the original message was? I think the short answer really is we've traded the words of our Messiah for the traditions of men. And I know if you are Orthodox or you are Catholic, like, my heart and my love to you, my paradigm is just different. I'm not doing this to be a contrarian or to try to create strife. I'm doing this to shine a spotlight on where I believe the truth really lies. We have put a heavy emphasis with a lot of our theology on the works of the church fathers. But they were human. They were not faultless. The only human that's ever been faultless was our Messiah. And there are a lot of their interpretations that have stuck over the years that I don't believe are scriptural. And here's the irony. Yahusha, Jesus, he came to do away with the additional commands to God's perfect instruction, the heavy burdens that the Sadducees and the Pharisees had added to his word. And in a way, with a lot of our theology, we have done the same thing, but under his name. We've added traditions that aren't biblical. We've been teaching interpretations that reflect more of Plato than they really do of Paul. And that isn't to say that there aren't good things that have come from the early church fathers. But it's important to understand where a lot of these paradigms have come from, because not all of them are good.